They thought the store was empty, the cameras were off, and the girl behind the counter was powerless. They laughed, blocked the door, and made one fatal mistake, assuming no one would ever come looking for her. What they didn't know was that this block had rules, and those rules were written in blood and loyalty. At exactly 11:57 p.m., when the neon sign flickered and the street fell quiet, the bullies walked in smiling, because they knew no one else would. The bell above the door rang softly as Maya wiped down the counter for the third time. It was her first week working the night shift at a small corner grocery tucked between abandoned buildings and shuttered bars. The kind of place where the streetlights buzzed louder than the traffic and people minded their business to survive. She was new, quiet and careful. Too careful, some might say. Maya counted the register again, hands trembling slightly, not from fear but from exhaustion. She needed this job. Every dollar mattered. She had learned quickly that the block had eyes. Men leaned against walls like shadows that breathed. Cars slowed, windows rolled down just enough for whispers. She didn't ask questions. She just worked, smiled politely, and kept her head down. That was the rule her mother taught her. Survive first, speak later. The doorbell rang again, too loud this time. 3 boys walked in, laughing, shoving each other, knocking over a rack of chips like it was an accident. Maya felt it instantly, the shift in the air. They weren't customers. They never were. She recognized them from earlier nights, always coming in close to closing, never buying much, always staring too long. One of them leaned on the counter, invading her space. Another blocked the door with his foot. The third walked slowly behind the counter, pretending to look at the lottery tickets, his eyes never leaving her face. Maya swallowed and forced her voice to stay calm as she told them the store was closing. They laughed. "Relax," one said. "We're just having fun." Fun turned cruel fast. They mocked her accent, her thrift store jacket, the way her hand shook when she reached for the receipt paper. One of them flicked the lights on and off. Another tapped the counter rhythmically, like a countdown. Maya's heart raced, but she didn't scream. She knew better. Screaming sometimes made things worse. When she tried to step around them to lock the door, one grabbed her wrist, not hard enough to leave a mark, but firm enough to make a point. Her breath caught. For a moment, fear nearly won. But then something else rose up, memory. Long nights waiting for her brother to come home. The warnings he gave her, the promises he made. She pulled her hand back and said quietly, "Let me close." That was when they really started laughing. They didn't know that every move they made was being seen. They didn't know that the cameras still worked. And they definitely didn't know who Maya really was related to, because if they had, they would have run. The street didn't explode with sirens or gunshots, but with silence, the kind that means someone powerful just arrived. Maya stood behind the counter, breathing slow, as the bullies finally stepped back, bored with her fear. One of them tossed a coin at her feet and told her to keep the change. They turned to leave, still laughing, still careless. That's when the door opened again. A man stepped inside, tall, calm, eyes sharp as glass. The laughter died instantly. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't threaten. He just looked at them, and in that look was recognition. Not of faces, but of disrespect. He glanced at Maya, saw the tightness in her jaw, the way she stood straighter when she noticed him. That small change told him everything. He was her brother. Not the kind you see at family dinners, not the kind who posts pictures online. He ran the block because someone had to keep order where the city gave up. People feared him, but they also slept easier knowing chaos had limits. The bullies tried to play it off, stammering excuses, backing toward the door. He didn't stop them. He didn't need to. Outside, the street had gone quiet. Too quiet. The men leaning against walls had straightened. Cars had stopped idling. Everyone knew something had shifted. Later, no one would talk about what happened in detail. Only that the bullies never came back. Only that Maya finished her shift in peace from that night on. Only that respect returned to that small store like a law reinstated. Maya didn't quit her job. She kept working nights, but she wasn't afraid anymore. Not because of who her brother was, but because she learned something important. Power isn't always loud. Strength isn't always violent. Sometimes it's knowing you're not alone, even when the lights flicker and the door locks behind you. By morning, the block returned to normal, but everyone remembered the rule: you don't mess with those who stand quietly, because you never know who stands behind them. Never underestimate someone's silence. Courage doesn't always fight back in the moment, but justice always finds its way.